We are
Two girls.
on a fast track.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Two Girls on the Fast Track, and I'm with Lynn Ravenfay again today. How are you, Lynn?
Very well. How are you?
I'm doing great. We are recording on a Friday afternoon, and I don't know about you in Sudbury. Yeah,
I feel like I look like it's a Friday afternoon. It's my first week back from a week of holidays, and I feel like this week has kicked my butt.
it's always like that. Why? When
Isn't
you
it?
come back from vacation,
Yeah.
you need a vacation from the vacation.
Yeah, it's so true.
Totally. You know, I understand that.
It's all
I
good.
did. I did a week too, and I think like, well, maybe it was not enough, but it's okay. We'll survive that.
We will.
And on this Friday afternoon, I don't know about you in Sudbury, but here in Laval, the weather is pretty dull. I mean, it's like
what does that do for you when the weather is dull?
well, actually, it's today's topic, right?
I know.
Oh, yes, it is, because I remember you were saying at some point, we always talk about the weather, you know, when we start and we
Yes.
stopped. And then I said, well, we should talk about the effect of the weather because it does have some effects, a different effect on different people, depending on
Yeah.
if you work outside. I have a girl who does landscaping, a friend of mine. Definitely when it's raining, she cannot work.
Yeah, that's a
Construction
problem.
people, yeah. Yeah,
Sure, that's a problem. Now, this is not going to be your typical, let's talk about the weather
no,
talk. This is
no,
going to be how the weather can actually impact your business.
exactly. Because it will. It
It will.
totally will.
Mhm. Yep.
So it could have negative impact on your well-being. If you
Yes.
suffer from arthritis, let's say, it's going to
Yes.
have an impact if it's too much humidity outside or too cold. And psychological effect are the worst.
Right.
Sometimes you may not feel it right away in the morning, but I know when I wake up and it's sunny, I have a tendency to go outside right away.
Yeah.
I do just a little bit of stretching outside with the sun on my face. I feel amazing because one of the first thing that will have an effect is the color of the sky, the colors that are surrounding you. Colors are very powerful.
Very powerful. You're absolutely right. Well, I'm gonna bring out my coach's hat here,
Go
and
ahead.
I'm going to say that what we do when things are good. So when the weather is good, when the sun is shining, the temperature is just right, whatever, right? Those things that we do, like going outside and stretching and feeling really good in the sunshine, those are things that are even more important to do when the weather is not great.
Yep.
So do you still go outside in the rain? Well, not necessarily, but do you still stretch in the morning? Do you still, right? The activities, the habits that we have when times are good don't serve you when times are good. They serve you
When it's not,
times are not good. And they're
Totally.
habits that create a foundation for you to do when you're not doing well. That's the
Exactly.
whole point of them. There's something to fall back on. So regardless of the weather, if the weather has that much of an impact on your business, you need to take a look at your habits real closely.
Totally. And if we talk about the business side of it, I know I have a tendency to be more happy to do some shopping when the sun is shining.
Yeah.
When the sun is gray, when the sky is gray, I'm not going to be, you know, in the mood to do some shopping. So for some of you that are selling stuff or have a detail business or a store, people are going to go outside and they're going to shop. They're going to spend money. That's for sure. That the sun and the blue sky are going to have it. People are going to go and rent maybe a kayak or you know, do paddleboard because the weather, the sun is there. So it is important for so many businesses.
Well, I got to tell you, I do way more online shopping when the weather is crappy.
Oh, you see, that might be an exception. That might be an exception.
Online,
Definitely online.
shopping.
But me, when the weather is crappy, I go crap myself. I go crap myself. I'm binging
whatever
a
you
series
want.
on whatever TV network, whatever. But yeah, I know when the
Yeah,
weather is crap, I still do what I have to do. If I have to work, if I do my stretching in the morning inside,
yeah,
still do that.
I
And this
know.
morning it was not really beautiful. I had to take out the dog, so I did it. I
Yes,
stretched
yes.
in the rain this morning a little bit.
Good for you. Good
I
for
did it.
you.
And not only the sun or the blue sky, but the season. There's
Yes,
a season for everything, right?
there is.
If you have a store, let's say a florist, there's a season for everything. It
Yes,
could be
there is.
Valentine, it could be Christmas, it could be Easter. Um, the season is gonna have an impact on what you're selling.
Yes, agreed.
Totally. What do you shop for? Let's say in September. Well, it could be something for Halloween because it's
Yeah,
coming. Some people
yeah.
wait for the last minute, but
Pumpkin spice, pumpkin spice.
yeah,
I love that side of it. Fall is my favorite time of year.
me too. Me too.
It's
Me
my
too.
favorite time. I love the colors. I love everything about fall. The only thing I don't like about fall is that it's too short. I wish
It
it
is
was
short.
the
It
season of
depends on the
summer.
summer that we had, right? Sometimes
Yeah,
but yeah, it is short. It is short.
yeah, it's short. Yeah. Yeah,
Totally.
but it's starting because our days are starting to get a little shorter now, and it's we're starting to feel the effects. I'm even seeing when we were on vacation, I'm even seeing some trees starting to change.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
I saw some picture from up north Laval, which is like Mont Tremblant or whatever.
yeah,
Some people up there, they post some picture and the leaves
yeah.
has started to change color up
Oh
there.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. So
yeah.
you do you have some tips, or do you have an article that
Well, it's
you've
not actually an article. Is I'm receiving. It's in French. I could take some time to translate a couple of a phrase or things that it comes from this. It's an infolette that comes in every. It's a small medium business like journal or paper, but it's
yes?
online. And I receive it every week. I find their article very, very interesting. And I said, well, talk about the weather. This podcast is going to be on second week of September. So I
Mhm.
think we're going to notice a change. And funny, you talked earlier when the weather is crappy, you tend to shop online. Well,
Mm.
another tendency is that people are going into shopping malls
Yeah.
to shop, right?
Hmm.
So that could be good for them, for those businesses that are in a shopping mall.
Right.
But you're right. They if we really really need to shop, probably will go online, not to have to deal with the weather, especially if it's the winter. And
Yeah.
what do you think about natural light to work?
Oh, I'm a
Right?
big fan. Yeah, I'm a big fan of natural light. I've got a
Yeah.
nice window here. The light that I have on the other side of me is more of a natural type of light. I know, especially in the work that I do in rehabilitation, I have a few clients that suffer from seasonal affective
Yeah.
disorder. So, I mean, making sure they're getting vitamin D, making sure they're getting that sunlight, that type of lamp that, gives them that sunlight is really important. Because it does, I mean, there's science that shows that your mood is affected by sunlight and the quality of sunlight that you get. And, we go outside and the first thing we do is put on sunscreen, or,
Yep.
so our body doesn't necessarily absorb the vitamin D and some of the good things that are happening. And I will say that, I'll go outside for a 30 to 40-minute walk, and I'm not going to wear any sunscreen because I need that vitamin D.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want to absorb it.
Totally.
If I'm going out longer, then I will, definitely have something on after. But I want to, want to absorb that. And I found that when my diet is good and I'm, exercising, I'm not burning after 30 minutes outside,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. No,
Like,
it makes a
yeah,
huge difference. Yeah,
yeah, it
totally.
sure does.
So my number one tip for you guys out there is no matter the weather, there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
There's nothing you can do about it. So if
Okay.
you can control it, just skip it and do what keep your habits,
Yes.
keep your smile on. That's a big thing. If you keep
Do
your
what you
smile
can.
on, this is especially if you work in a retail store or whatever, people are going to see that smile, and no
Yeah.
matter what's the weather outside, they're going to follow you with that smile. I mean,
Oh, for goodness sakes, people are going to complain about the weather anyway. And
every day.
as
Yes.
a shop owner, as a business owner, if you let yourself go down that rabbit hole of complaining,
Yeah.
you know what it's going to do? It's going to affect the next customer, the next client that you see.
Exactly.
And you're going to be in that kind of and pretty soon nobody's going to want to visit you because you'll be the one complaining.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. And if you have, let's say, an online business, even if you, let's say you're a coach, Lynn. So today the weather is so crappy, you don't feel like, energizing somebody else,
Yeah.
but it's your job. And I know
Yeah.
you love your job. I know you love what you
Yes.
do, but sometime it will affect you. Let's say a sudden change in the weather. We might know it's going to rain, but we know from the past couple of years, sometimes we have sudden weather changes.
Yep.
Be a small tornado or a huge amount of snow that was not expected. You still have to go on. You still
Yes,
have to
you
do what you have
do.
to do.
And I think the important thing to remember is that we generate our own energy.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
We generate our own energy. So I may be affected by the weather if I haven't seen the sun in a few days or whatever it may, but I'm going to recognize that. And I'm going to know, oh, you know what? I haven't seen the sun in a few days. Better be sure that I'm, doing what I need to do to feel better. And maybe that means I need to step up my workouts, or that I have to make sure I'm taking my vitamin D, or that I'm getting hydrated because, Marie,
Yep.
you said it. Sometimes the weather is an excuse for drinking a little more, eating a little more, doing right. Oh, the weather is yucky. I think I'm going to, have a couple of glasses of wine and so that affects my energy when I decide to do that.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel crappy like the next day and even the following day, like 2 days I'm out, right? When I don't eat well or I have a lot of sugar, or like I know that about myself. And I know that I'm not showing up the best way I can.
Yeah.
Realizing that I'm the one responsible for generating my own energy, not the weather, not
It's true.
somebody else.
Yeah. Like I said, you can't control that. So
That's right.
just skip it and do what you have to do. Your days are going to be way much brighter like that. And yes, you're right. Hydrating is important. It's not because it's not hot outside that you don't need to hydrate yourself. You have to. And
You have
I
to.
saw one of your stories earlier today on
3 to 4
Facebook.
liters a day.
3 liters a day, 3 to 4 liters a day. That's your intake, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
I go maybe between 2 and 3 every day, and I should have more because of what I do as a job. But sometimes I just forget. I drink a little too much coffee, which is water, which is based with water. But coffee is not good for hydration.
Yeah, the caffeine is not great for hydration. That's great.
Totally. So my major tip today is there's nothing you can do about it. So might as well enjoy the day. And I think, Lynn, I think you have a wonderful quote. Before I would like you guys to subscribe to Girls on the Fast Track. Click the bell to make sure you don't miss any of our awesome videos.
That's right. And here's my quote for the day. Wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine.
Awesome.
Because we can do that, right? And that is from Anthony J. D'Angelo, and that was from Brainy Quotes. So wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine. Because guess what? The sunshine comes from in here.
Yeah, sunshine rims with smile. So there it is. There's your sunshine.
Love it.
We had a great time, even if the weather was crappy outside.
That's right. We sure did.
That's how easy it is, guys.
And it's Friday. Woo.
It's Friday. We have to get to the weekend. So thank you so much for watching, Lynn. Thank you so much again for being with me on Two Girls on the Fast Track. I really, really am grateful for you.
I want to know how you deal with yucky weather? What do you guys do? I'm talking to
Yes,
our audience
we want to know
now.
that. Yes,
Please
So-
please send some comments, and your feedback is always appreciated.
of course. And I'm pretty sure Marie's going to have a lot to talk about the weather.
Good, yay.
Yay. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
We are
Two girls
on a fast track.